All right, let's talk about a token that is on an absolute roller coaster ride right now. It's called Overtake or Dollar Take. Honestly, it's one of the wildest projects we've seen in a while, and the hype, it's pretty much impossible to ignore. So today, we're going to break it all down. What is this thing? What's driving the frenzy? And what you really need to know.
And when I say hype, I mean this. A 70% price jump in just 24 hours. That's not just a small bump. That surge is backed by over $27 million in daily trading volume. For a new token, that is a massive figure. And that's exactly why we've got to take a closer look.
You're hearing whispers all over the market. People are calling it one of the wildest coins out there. But you know the drill. Whenever we see that kind of explosive growth, we have to ask the big question. Is there actually something real behind all this speculation? Or is this just another hype train?
So, let's get past the crazy charts for a second and look at what's underneath. What is Overtake actually building that's getting everyone so excited?
Okay, so at its core, Overtake is basically a peer-to-peer marketplace built for gamers. Think of it as a trusted platform where you can trade your in-game assets, skins, accounts, all that virtual stuff. It's meant to replace all those informal and, let's be honest, often super risky exchanges that people use today.
So how does Overtake build that trust? Well, it all comes down to a smart contract escrow system. Here's how it works. You, the buyer, and a seller agree on the terms. Then the assets get locked into a smart contract. Everything is verified on-chain, and only then does the exchange happen. It completely removes the sketchy middleman, which makes the whole thing transparent and, most importantly, secure.
And listen, this project has some serious momentum behind it. They recently raised $7 million in a funding round, which definitely boosted investor confidence. They're running community reward events to drive growth, and getting listed on major exchanges has made the token super accessible. And it's all built on the Sway blockchain, which is known for being pretty speedy.
So the promise is crystal clear, right? A secure marketplace for the absolutely massive gaming industry. But with any project that's this new and this volatile, we have to pop the hood and look at the potential risks.
And one of the biggest red flags you'll see right away is the ownership concentration. Get this. The top 10 wallets control nearly 78% of the entire token supply. What that means is a very small group of people has enormous influence over the price. A single big sell-off from one of them could cause a pretty dramatic crash.
So you've got this clear conflict, two sides of the same coin. On one side, you have the promise of secure, verified transactions using that cool smart contract escrow. But on the other side, you've got some serious risks. That high holder concentration we just talked about, extreme price volatility, and something a little technical called a proxy contract risk.
So, what on earth is a proxy contract? Well, in simple terms, it means the project's owners can actually go in and modify the token's functions even after it's live. Now, this can be useful for things like upgrades, for sure, but it's also a big risk, because it means the rules of the game could be changed in ways that might not be so great for token holders.
Okay, so with this crazy mix of huge potential and some pretty significant risks, what does the future actually hold for Take? Where could the price realistically go from here? Price predictions are, maybe unsurprisingly, all over the map. Some analysts see it consolidating around 15 cents for a while. The more bullish case sees it hitting maybe 50 to 70 cents in the next few years, and the long-term dream, up to $2. But let's be super clear. Hitting those higher numbers is completely 100% dependent on this project getting massive user adoption and landing some major industry partnerships.
So the bottom line is this. Overtake is the textbook definition of a high-risk, high-reward play. Right now, this is not something for a stable, long-term investor. It's a project fueled by speculation, and it's really better suited for traders who can navigate and maybe even thrive in that extreme volatility.
And that leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Does Overtake actually have what it takes to build a lasting, revolutionary tool for the gaming world? Or is this incredible price action just another short-term crypto hype cycle that's going to burn bright and then fade away? I guess only time will tell.